All right, welcome back to part two. If you haven't seen part one, make sure you go back and check it out, because that's where you have to know the different tones. If you know what a bass tone is, a slap tone, and a tap tone, then you're good enough to go. And as well, if you know what a 16 note. If you don't, go back and see part one. But anyway, we'll go straight into it. This is the fill we're learning. And then we're out. So we're covering one full bar of 4/4 there. And it's based on all of those tones that we had before. When we mix it with the beat that we've just learned, it's going to sound like this. In. Ooh. And out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's what it is. Now, it's very difficult to do this counting over it at the beginning, so we're going to learn it in a different way. But just do remember, you're playing still 16 notes like we were playing in the beat. It's still a 16 note, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and then out. We're staying with the 16 note in one full bar. Okay, so just remember that. But we're going to learn it in an easier way just to get to grasp with it. Right at the beginning. Okay, so we're going to learn it in blocks of 3 different hand movements. We're going to go bass, tap, tap. Okay, so again, remember, if you're leading with whatever hand you are, you're leading with that. So I'm right-handed, leading with the right. Left-handed, you'll be leading with the left. So I'm going to start off bass, tap, tap. That's our first bit. Quite simple. Remember to, when you hit the bass, slide up. Don't pop up and come back up, because you get a loud sound and we want it soft because it's a tap. So it's going to be right, left, right. So we're alternating the hands. Now, what's difficult about this is that we're going to change our hands. We're alternating because we're playing blocks of 3. So the next bass sound is going to be with your weaker hand, okay? The hand you don't lead with. So it's the exact same thing, but it's with the weaker hand. So the next 3 is going to be the weaker hand playing the bass. Then it goes back to the tap, tap. So it goes bass, tap, tap, bass, tap, tap. It's quite simple once you just get your head around it, okay? Because that can be quite difficult. So if you struggle with it, don't worry about it. You're alternating your hands. It's a difficult thing to do. Just remember to keep it low. What I mean by that is don't pop up and hit a loud sound for the tap. And practice it slowly, okay? And what we want eventually is just 4 3s in a row. So it's going to go. So you're going to be bass, tap, tap, bass, tap, tap, bass, tap, tap, bass, tap, tap. And then you're done. So that's the first bit of it. Now, the beauty about that, if you do it the way I showed you there, you're going to land back where your good hand is leading. And that's how we finish it off, because at that point, we've got to the last 16 note, the last group of the 16 note, which is 4 E and a. So 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, and that's where we are now. So now we're going to finish it off with a 4 E and a, which is a lot easier than the others, because we're staying in the hand position all the way through. We're staying in the right one. So it goes 4 for the bass, E and a. So the hands stay down in their position. So the right hand stays playing the bass, while the left hand stays playing the taps. 4 E and a. It's that simple. And then you just join them together. So. And do that on its own. Do it a few times. More power to you if you can go 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. We're playing over, we're kind of snaking in and out of the 16 note with accents, the accents being the louder notes that are played on the bass. So it could be a bit of a struggle saying it while you're playing it, but you will be able to play it just on its own if you think about 3 hits, bass, tap, tap, bass, tap, tap. Do that 4 times, 4th one, and 1 E and 2. And then when you speed it up, and you can actually just keep going round and round with that, I think. that'd be a good exercise for your hand movements to make sure that the bass is in the right spot and the taps are kept quiet. So it's a good exercise on its own, but we're using that as a fill. Don't overthink it when you're playing it as the fill. So I assume that you have the beat down, or the beat's pretty much down, which is you're going to have to know where the beat finishes. You want to finish after 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E in. And in. Simple. Once you get the hang of it. A, 1 E and 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E in. 1. So don't think of it with all the numbers. Try and just get a flow at the beginning, but do cement it as you continue to play. Do internalize those numbers, because once you get flowing with it, you're not gonna it's easier to add all the numbers and stuff. But just remember, when you play the beat, make sure you know where to get out. So you're literally playing the beat, getting out after one full bar of playing it, adding the fill, and then getting back into the beat. The problem is, it's kind of like driving a car. It's like, if you can start it and go and stop it, then you're doing really well. The middle bit is, it's fine. It's that literally being able to start and go, stop and go, start and go, stop and go. If you can do that, you're pretty much able to do it. So you know how to come out of the beat into the fill, out of the fill into the beat, over and over and over again. And then it's just a matter of how many bars you want to play the beat for, and then putting in the fill in the right spots, i.e. before choruses, at the end of choruses, in the middle of, or going into middle 8, when you want to, highlight something in the song. In. Okay, so that's that. That is your fill, your part 2 of the cajon lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know down in the comment sections. I might do more. Hit to subscribe on this on the channel. Plenty more content. Every week I drop a video. Hit a like on the video. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. See you next week for a brand new video. Bye-bye.
Guys, hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you like what you're seeing here today, you can see a lot more videos. Just click on any of them here on the screen.